The barber got something special. About to do this ball fade. I'm gonna start out with this nice bald line first. Get all that hair out nice and cleaned up. Try to make that line nice and even going around. Like I said, this is just the initial guideline. I'm gonna go ahead and just get the bulk of that hair off. Just prep it for that fade. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Share with your peoples, yo. You know, it's just trying to give you an idea how to just do a nice simple fade. Simple ball fade here. Throw that number 2 on there. All the way up. The lever adjustment. Just hit that beard. You don't want it too light, so I'm just getting, leave some of the hair on there. Just kind of once over. Clean up the loose hairs. Yeah, make sure to get all them hairs nice and evenly. You see, I'm gonna hit that adjustment lever down. That's a half guard, no clip. I'm just gonna get this mustache. This mustache is kind of thicker than the rest, so I can go a little lighter on that. It'll kind of blend in with the rest. That's a number 7 there. We're gonna just lightly go over the top. Likes to brush his hair back, so I'm just gonna kind of just get the loose hairs off with a bigger clip. You want to be careful, how you go at this. His hair is really fine, so you don't want to leave no bald spots in there. Just kind of flow with the grain. And we're just gonna go up now on the fade with the same guard. Blend that into the top. You see, I'm using that comb. You always want to make sure you comb the hair as you fade. This makes it easier to keep everything intact, everything going the right direction. Notice the comb. Just flick the wrist, guys, in and out. Okay, that's a number 3, guys. We're gonna go ahead and push that lever down. That's a 3.5. Easy way to just kind of get that shelf there a little cleaned up, and I guess you could go down with from a 7. We could have went down to a 6, a 5, a 4, but it's a little trick, guys. You could go with a lower guard and just work at that fade. Just as long as you flicking the wrist in and out, you don't want to go too much into the top. You leave lines and it'll be hard to get out. Just working it with this 3 here, 3.5 actually. Sorry about that. Now we're gonna do the 3 and just kind of notice how I'm just flicking the wrist. Yeah, right to that 3. There's gonna be a lot of movement of that adjustment lever on the side there. You just want to use that a lot. That's how you get the fade nice and crispy. I'll go right to this 1.5 here and just kind of go at that line a little bit. Right to the 1. Like I said, the 1.5, the 1, you just want to kind of work them corners of the clippers. Just angle it, different angles, flick your wrist. Just in and out. Gotta have a little rhythm with this. You don't want to be too stiff. You just mess around, leave a line in there. Just work at that line. Just get that nice and crispy. Half guard here, guys. We're just gonna work at that bottom initial bald line that we left in there. That's like the guideline, I would say. Just trying to get that out a little better, and then we'll bring it down to we'll lift that lever up. We'll go bald, and then we'll just get that line finessed. Use the corners of the clippers. You know what I mean? If you see a dark spot, just work it like that. It's a number 3 here, guys. All right, all the way down, 3.5. Up to the 3 now. Just getting any of the loose hairs that stick outside of the fade. Just a work in progress, guys. You know what I mean? It's just something once you dedicate to it and you start that initial bald line, there ain't no backing out. You just gotta go get it, you know? Some of you know how to cut already, but for the ones that don't, I'm just trying to help you out, give you an idea. Kind of just try to shape it up, you know, shape it into the top. Work at the fade. Keep combing it. You know what I'm saying? Keep just working at it. Flick the wrist. I'll take that off now. I'm gonna use a number 2. Lever all the way up. Just kind of work at it like we did the other side. Because you know, both sides are actually different. People's hair ain't the same on each side, so you gotta go at it, you know, sometimes a little different. See anything sticking out, you know, any little loose hairs later, you can just always go back to them, you know. Any dark spots, just try to get it to the best of your ability. So number 1 here, guys, 1.5. Lever all the way down, just working at that bottom line. Get that initial guideline out of there. Just kind of hover over that initial guideline and bring it up maybe about 1 inch into the where you left off with like the 2.5, and just kind of make it all become one. You know what I mean? Just blend it together. Yeah, it's looking crispy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you could just go back to it, get any loose hairs. Notice how I just blend that top of that beard in. It's just kind of just using the edges and just glide it down, flick it out the opposite direction, flick it going down. It's a light lineup right here, guys, nothing too crazy. These type of things, you know, with beards and stuff like that and edge ups, you kind of got to see it before you actually do it. You got to envision it in someone's face. You got to envision it, you know, where exactly you want to put the line at. So that way when you know, approach it, you know what you're doing. Just a little light shave gel. I prefer shaving dry most of the time, but some clients, they prefer a little, you know, moisturizer or something. A little rougher hair. It's got to cater to the people, you know, the customer. Make sure they get what they want. Make sure they're comfortable. Notice how I'm using that thumb, guys. Just pull the skin tight. Start right at the line with the razor and then just pull with the other thumb. Just that thumb and that wrist, man. Just want to make sure you keep that blade nice and angled. You don't want to chop no skin off. Always pull first. Pull first with the thumb. Get the skin nice and tight. I like to treat it like a balloon. Kind of just, we actually used to practice on balloons when I first started shaving. You know, it was an old trick. My man just said, get a balloon, fill it with air. You know what I'm saying? Throw some shaving cream on that and just try to just shave the shaving cream off. If you bust a balloon, shit, basically you bust somebody's face open. You don't want to do that, you know? Safety first. Notice how I'm combing all the loose hairs off. Again, that's very important. You want to make sure you get, you know, you can see everything in good detail. So you want your surface to be clean and free of hair. Whenever you get a chance, just comb a lot of that out. Notice how I switched up from the razor to the clippers on the neck area. He had a couple wrinkles in his neck. You gotta be careful with stuff like that, guys. Alright? Till next time. Go barbers. Let's get it. It's your boy Ant signing out.